When a child asks you what is gravity, you think it would be an easy answer. You would say it is a force that holds you to the ground. Everybody knows that, right? No. Children will want you to break it down more in terms that they can understand and relate things to them so that they can understand it better. This is what you can say. By definition, gravitation or gravity is a natural phenomenon by which all physical bodies attract each other. It is most commonly recognized and experienced as the agent that gives weight to physical objects and causes physical objects to fall toward the ground when dropped from a height. This is easy for us to think about because we have our feet on the ground. As you can see in this picture, this woman has her feet on the ground and she is fine. That is because the gravity is what is holding her to the ground. But could you imagine if there was no gravity? We would be floating in the air. This woman seems as if she doesn't have gravity because she's in the sky. There are some exceptions to this. We are able to float in water and in space. We float in water because of something called the buoyancy effect. This states that the volume of water is equal to the mass of our bodies. This is why we are able to swim in the pool without sinking to the bottom. We also float in space because there is no gravity in space. You have to wear suits in space because there is no air. The suits are filled with oxygen so that you can breathe. Most people don't go into space, but scientists who discover the universe and walk on the moon are the ones that need these suits when they are in space. This guy, you can see, isn't wearing a suit and he cannot breathe in space. This man is walking on the moon and he has a space suit on with a tank in the background as his oxygen tank. His mask is closed so that he can breathe and he is able to walk on Earth or on the moon. A good movie to show this movie is the movie Gravity, depending on the age of your students. Or this could be just a good movie for you to watch to understand more the gravity.
Beautiful, don't you think? Look. The sunrise. Terrific. I'm losing visual of you.
I'm spinning. Can't breathe. What do I do? What do I do? No.
So when a student asks what gravity is, this is how you can answer the question. It's something that holds you to the ground. Even when you trip, the reason why you fall to the ground is because of gravity. Now let's review. Let's ask ourselves, what is gravity? Well, we learned today that the gravity is a force that holds us to the ground, so that we do not float in the air. There are exceptions to this, such as swimming in a pool and floating in space. But in our everyday life, we do experience gravity. Now ask yourself, how do you recognize gravity in your everyday life? If you can't come up with an explanation, think about right now. You're not floating in the sky. You're sitting or standing on the ground. This is the work of gravity.